Hi guys, Danny here. Yes, the camera quality is bad. Yes, there is a horrible buzzing noise that's coming from the mic because it's an internal mic because it's on my laptop. I'm just going to come out straight with it right now. I'm a carer. I look after somebody at home. Yesterday, March the 6th, the person I cared for, my mum, unfortunately died. She passed away. She died from a chest infection, which was made worse by her COPD, which is circulatory obstructive pulmonary disease, and it basically meant her lungs didn't work properly. She couldn't get enough oxygen to her heart, and she passed away. Now, her wishes were that she would die without pain, and she did not have any pain. She passed away peacefully. Now, as her son, I am very badly shaken. As you can see, I'm welling up already. It's difficult to talk, but I must do it. I have to vent, guys. I have to vent. There is no way around it. Okay, so I'm actually in one of my lucid moments right now. So basically, I need about a month, guys, to recover. But I'll make the vlogs every day, so you guys can know what's happening with me. The videos they're gonna have to be delayed by a month because not only am I recovering, but there's also a lot of paperwork that has to be filled out, and all this has really been piled on top of me just to get out of the way now because I want to deal with it right now. It has to be now, and gone, so I don't have to think about it anymore. Now, here's the thing. Today actually, I did quite a few things. I basically this charity called AVOW, which is AVOW, which is Associated Volunteers Organisation in Wrexham, and Wrexham's where I live, have been helping me basically get all the bills and that together. So they have stuff like that, and then they get me to job seekers. They're trying to get me more benefits because currently I get something called carers allowance, which is 58.45. Excuse me. That will only last for another 8 weeks, and after that it will stop because I am not a carer anymore. There's nobody I look after anymore. Now, basically, what's going to happen is over the next few weeks, we're going to have the funeral, which there is an organisation which is paying for the funeral. I'm going to get all the bills sorted. The bills are all going to come into my name. There's going to be a load of benefits coming in. We're going to discuss the house, lots of stuff that's going to be happening. So tomorrow it'll be obviously the death certificate at the register office. I'm actually holding my tears back. I don't want to cry on YouTube. I'm sorry, I just don't. But I might cry. I apologise for that. So, what's going to happen now? So every day I will make a vlog as my attempts to vent out. Now, AVOW is basically taking care of pretty much everything for me, and I really appreciate it. They've been very kind to me. They've been very supportive and all that stuff. But what I'm really suffering from right now is emotional issues. In my chest, in my heart, I've got this horrible dread feeling, and it's pulling down on my heart, and it is a truly horrible feeling right now. And while I know that it will go away with time, I'm not quite sure exactly what to do. I have an idea, which is to make these videos and keep myself occupied and all that stuff, but burying it isn't what's gonna work. So yeah, I've got to know. I've done some research. I know about the grieving situations. There'll be ups and downs, and it'll come in waves, and eventually it'll hit you. Oh God, she's dead. Which it actually has hit me, guys. It's hit me quite badly. So there's that. So today's vlog is I'm going to tell you what my relationship with my mother was like. Me and my mum were like two peas in a pod. More like two electric neutrons bouncing off each other. We were so alike, we'd have arguments like an old married couple, literally, we'd bounce off each other. But we love each other, we loved each other so much. She was the brains, I'm the brawn. Basically, she would tell me what to do and I'd do it. I'd do it. Without hesitation, I'd do it. The one thing I did suffer from was an extreme form of Finlaysies, which is a shame. I know I suffer from lazies, but anyway. Yesterday, Wednesday, I'll go on through Monday to now. Monday, fine. I did a stir fry, cooked it lovely, forgot to put noodles in, my mistake, and then she was fine. Tuesday, she was a little bit out of breath, but other than that, she was fine. Wednesday morning, about 6 AM, I was woken up by her shouting me from downstairs, so I ran down, found her completely hot and cold sweats, unable to breathe, phoned an ambulance, took her to a hospital. Here comes the sad part. About 9 o'clock, a special doctor came into the waiting room and basically told me that she wasn't going to live. I tried to hold it back, I really did, but I burst out into tears and I couldn't help myself. I burst out into tears. It was more than likely that she wasn't going to make it, and I was allowed to visit her. The doctors, after about an hour, she was on this special respiratory thing that inflated her lungs, kept her breathing. They moved her to a special ward for an evaluation, and she was writhing in pain. She couldn't even speak. All she could say was, other than my name and I love you, was pain. That's all she could say, is pain, and I love you. That's all she could say. So the doctors gave her some medicine, and then after he'd administered the medicine, I went with the doctor and talked to him, and the nurse came into the room about 2 minutes later, and she wasn't gone. She was so peaceful. So I grabbed her hand, and she slowly wound down, and then she died. I blubbered like a little girl. I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything. So then they put me in the nurse's office, the sister's office, and they asked for things. I didn't want anything. There was nothing. I didn't want anything. I phoned for a vow before then, and they sent this lady. I'm not going to mention her name because it's her name, and I'm not allowed to use it. And yeah, so she picked me up basically, and they gave me her jewellery, which is sitting on the mantelpiece over there, and I couldn't see her again. I could go and see her, but I'd rather not. I'd rather remember her as she was. So on that very day, I'm going to have to put my glasses on to see the time. On that very day, we had several ladies and people coming to help me get everything sorted. And then today we did a load of paperwork, getting bills and that sorted out, getting my benefits sorted out. See, I get a carer's allowance, and carer's allowance is £58.45. I get it every week, but I will only get it for the next 8 weeks, and then maybe a top up of £45 at the end of that, and then it will stop completely because it's the only benefits I receive. So they're doing all the benefits for me now. Tomorrow I have to go down to the registrar office and get her death certificate. I know that when I'm doing that, I'm probably going to be crying quite a lot, like real lot. I'm holding it back now, but yeah, I'm going to be crying a whole lot. Then I've got the weekend. Now I have been offered to stay in the special shared places, but I can't because I've got to look after the cat, you see, so I have to stay here and look after the cat and maybe go out with a friend, do some walking, stay at his house for a wee bit, stuff like that. Then on Monday, a gentleman from the Wrexham Borough Council is coming here to help me with the rent. I don't pay rent. I probably won't have to pay it because I'm on benefits, so I probably won't have to pay it like before. My mum didn't pay it, we got it paid for us. There is this new thing in Britain right now that basically means any spare rooms you have to pay for, and it's about £17 a room, and now there are 2 spare bedrooms, so that's almost £40 a week. It's a massive amount for me to pay. Even with benefits, I wouldn't be able to pay it. So, you're probably wondering what's going to happen now, after all of that. It's more than likely that I will move from this house to a smaller location using a program called House Swap. People who need a larger house will obviously have this house, and then I will move into a much smaller residence with the cat. A lot of the stuff in the house is much too big to go with me. There's this great big wardrobe thingy here, and a massive coffee table, there's this chair, there's that chair over there. There's lots of things. There's obviously my mum's bed. Things like this cannot go with me to this small residence. I will take all the electronics, well, most of them anyway, except for the TV that my mum has, the DVD player that she has. There's also a spare TV in the spare room. There's my TV, which I won't need anymore, so those will be donated to a charity called Women's Aid. I've been in Women's Aid before, I'll tell you about it if you'd like to know. That's my way of giving back. The furniture will go to, obviously, Women's Aid, and it will also go to a place called, what's it called? It's called the British Heart Foundation. They have a special charity shop where things can be donated, furniture can be donated, and they have a free collection, which is nice, so we'll pick it up. This house is painful to stay in. It is really painful for me to stay here because it is so empty. This house is cold, and not just temperature cold, but it is cold without her. So yeah, I'll be moving out. I'll probably end up staying in the same area that I'm in right now, but I'll be moving to a new location within the area, and probably at like a little house or a bungalow or a flat or something like that, which I don't mind. It's just so sudden and it's hit me so hard. So guys, I'm going to end the video. If you guys have any advice for me, please leave it in the comment section. I'll take anything. I am going to go for a shower now to wash myself. I haven't had a wash for 2 days now, and then I'm going to go to bed. I have a tendency to leave the door open and let the cat sleep wherever she wants to. If she wants to come into my room, she can come into my room. So, that's it guys. At almost 14 minutes now, I'm going to end the video. My real name is Nathaniel Wells. I feel no fear about telling you my real name now, but I chose the name Danny Chivolo because it was different. And Danny is actually a shorter name for Nathaniel. So, this is Danny signing off, and I will see you guys tomorrow.